Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hi guys, today you're on the ArchieLuxury channel and I got a very special guest, Timely Behavior. Timely Behavior is one of the new rising stars on the ArchieLuxury live stream channel. Live stream, we live stream every day. Every day we live stream, and Timely Behavior is a new recruit who's been appearing lately and he's starting to come out of his shell, so I thought let's get an interview. So guys, if you want to see more live streams with the Pontiff and Timely Behavior, check out ArchieLuxury live stream. I'll put a link. I'm not sure if it's that corner or that corner, but it's one of the corners. There's a little question mark. Click on that. That'll take you to the ArchieLuxury live stream show, and you can subscribe. Click the bell and you'll be informed of all the live streaming shenanigans. Timely, how are you today?
Good, yeah.
Man, that's fantastic. I wanted to interview you, do a quick interview with you, and you're from Sydney? Sydney?
Correct, yeah, Sydney.
We're in lockdown in Sydney. It's a really hard thing. This COVID situation doesn't seem to be ending. Timely, you're a bit of a watch person. You've had a few watches.
I've had a few in the past, yeah.
And let me ask you a few questions. How long have you loved watches for?
Probably going back to when I was a kid. Didn't know too much about watches, but I used to go shopping with my dad and that. And if I saw something I liked, obviously within reason, he'd buy me a watch or two here and there. But the first watch that I saw that I really fell in love with was from you know that scene in Goldfinger where it's at the beginning, Sean Connery in the white tux. He's got his lighter out on his 53 Submariner, and he's checking it out. As soon as I saw that, that was it, hooked.
Got you. And was it always Rolex? Rolex was the big name?
Rolex was the biggest name I knew at the time. And then apart from that, was just your average, your Seikos and whatever.
Did you know many people as a kid? Did you know many people who had a Rolex? Did you see many in the wild?
Yeah, my grandfather had one, but he had like I said to you before, he had an old vintage wind up.
Oh wow! Give us a look at that. Put that on the screen there. I want to see that.
Yeah,
actually,
so
I'm going to be honest with you, man. That actually looks pretty decent.
It's a 6426.
I love the strap.
Oyster Precision. Yeah, well, I know you like your straps, and this one's actually made in Sydney, bespoke by Artisan Straps, and they do a really good job on it.
Is that an original dial on the watch?
Yep, everything original. Black enamel dial. Sorry, just trying to get it on the camera for you. It's in really good condition, just been serviced. I've got a new mainspring put in it, so I'm getting the full almost 2 days power reserve out of it.
Beautiful.
Great.
Beautiful. It's actually, I remember those little Oyster perpetuals. They're a great little watch.
Yeah.
So tell me, so your grandfather had one. What did he do?
He worked at Tui's, the old brewery in Sydney, in Lidcombe, and I don't know, came here in the 50s and so forth, and
But I mean to have a
immigrant.
Rolex, they, they were
Worked
never
hard and
poor.
bought
They were
a
never
quality
poor
piece.
people. They were always expensive. The funny thing is, you say that, that was the fashion back then. The 34 mil
Yeah.
was considered, that was the
So
size.
I'll put it on my wrist to show you. He was a smaller guy though. My
Yep.
grandfather had smaller wrists, but
Well, they went through World War II. They didn't eat enough food. I mean, come on. We're fat because we got. Do you want fries with that? Oh yeah. Actually, fries would be really nice. Yeah, that'd be right. I just ordered a chicken burger with deep fried chicken and a smidgen of lettuce. Yeah, actually, I'd love some deep fried potato.
So that's what it looks like on mine.
That's a beautiful. Actually, I got a lot of
And
time for that.
I've got a 18 centimeter wrist, so it's
Okay,
not.
it's about the same as
big,
me. Oh, but 19. But similar.
it's not small.
Similar. No.
It would probably sit sort of how your how one of your, like the 5127 that you've got, similar.
Yeah, that's a 37 mil.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. But anyway, it doesn't
you know
sit
what?
too big or
Actually,
too small.
I got to tell you, many years ago, I actually had a 1950s Oyster Perpetua. I can't remember the reference, okay? And one of the things I love about my annual calendar is that secondhand, a big pronounced secondhand would tick around.
Yeah.
That's exactly what my annual calendar brings back memories of a boy size. That's sort of boy size.
Yeah.
And I love it. I'll be honest with you, I know exactly what you're saying. Tell me this. How old are you?
I'm almost 37, so one more week to go.
When did you get your first luxury watch, and what was it?
We'll use the term luxury a bit loosely, but I came home one day to a Tag Heuer Aqua Racer from my missus, my now wife, who was then girlfriend.
Well, hang on. Let's just back the truck up. Let's back the truck up. Stop. I got to be totally honest with you with Tag.
Yeah.
No bullshit. Totally honest with you. I actually don't hate the brand. People actually say to me, "Oh, Archie, you hate Tag." No, hang on. Let's back the truck up. Back the truck up. I actually think Tag Heuer as a watch is a great entry into luxury watches.
Yeah, it's a good starter brand. Depending on what you get, though, not everything in their range is fantastic. I mean,
I got to tell you, I had a Monaco not so long ago.
Yeah.
The Monaco, the Steve
Caliber
McQueen.
11 you had, yeah.
Caliber 11.
Gorgeous.
That's at their higher end, and that was a beautiful watch.
Yeah, that's their heritage Heuer range, yeah.
It uses the Salida movement, which is a little bit of an... many makers have been forced to do that because of Swatch Group.
Yeah.
But I got to be honest with you. If you look at watches these days, like in society now, a middle class society, a Tag Heuer is considered a luxury watch, no question. And I got to be totally honest with you. Is a Tag? Look, as I'm getting older, I actually start to respect Tag Heuer more. Okay. What I didn't like in Tag Heuer, I don't know if you remember, in the 80s, you're probably too young. In the 80s, they had these cheap Formula Ones with the plastic bezel. They were like 30, very small size. I hated them. Okay, I hated them. But they got Tag into a really good position. And I got to be totally honest with you. Do I hate Tag? No. I think, let me tell you this. A man's getting married, okay? He's got a middle-class girlfriend. And he's middle class, and it's all good. He's bought her an engagement ring, and he says to her, "Honey," she says, "Honey, I'd like to get you something too." "Oh, that'd be so great. Let's get you a watch." "Oh, fantastic." So they drive down to the Rolex boutique. No stock. Fucking high prices.
Yep.
It's you think, oh shit. They walk down to the Tag boutique in the city. Tags are available in stock. She can put it on her credit card and walk out today with it. It's not, when I say, like, you can get a Formula One They've got the new Batman bezels,
Yep.
Pepsi bezel. And I'll be honest with you, for the price, it's a Swiss watch. It's not a horology Swiss.
No,
We
definitely
never
not.
said that.
No.
But decent, stylish, and beautiful. Yes?
Yeah.
And I got to be totally honest with you. My Japanese wife, who I'm with, because I've been married twice, she actually had a Tag Heuer when I met her.
Okay.
Actually, it was given to her by a previous boyfriend, but let's not harp on it too much, okay? Because women don't buy watches for themselves. It's always some blokes bought it for her. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I think Tag Heuer is actually a decent watch. I mean, seriously, if a lady gave you a Tag Heuer, I hope you're never going to sell that tag.
No. She's giving
Can you
me
show
two.
it to us here? Show it to us.
I don't have that one on me at the moment. It's in the
Okay,
other room.
No,
But
that's okay. That's okay.
The one she did give me though as well afterwards. So this is we had our 10-year anniversary being married, and I got the 2020 Ortavia.
Oh wow, it's part of the Heritage series, isn't it? That the Ortavia.
Oh, it's Tag Heuer on it, but it's one of their heritage range, the Ortavia. So it's got a ceramic
that's still a couple
bezel,
$1,000s.
sapphire.
How much is that?
Yeah, on the website it's 4.5, but obviously you're not going to pay 4.5. 3.8, you could probably pick one up for.
Look, we're talking Aussie dollars, so in US, look, I think with Tag Heuer, but be honest with you, I think you're a lucky man.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
I'll be honest with you, they're nice middle class pieces.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Agreed. 100%.
I've got to say to you, so my opinion on Tag, I've said a lot of outlandish things because, I'm trying to be controversial to get ratings in that. But I'll be honest with you, Tag Heuer, I think it actually makes some pretty decent stuff. And let me say to you, you go down to the Rolex boutique,
not
expensive, and nothing available.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly think, we'll talk about that in a minute, but I think Tag Heuer is a great starter luxury watch, and in your case, you've got some good memories. What's wrong with that's your story?
Yep.
Let me ask you this. Now, you've owned a few other pieces down in time. We were talking before. You had a Monaco.
Yes, caliber 11 and
would you
a
get a caliber
17.
11 again?
Would I get one again? Yeah, it was a nice watch. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a big watch. It's a really big watch. That monster, especially
as you've got to be ready for the heft of it.
You've got to get the one with the crown on the other. You don't get the caliber 11.
Caliber
You've also
11,
got the caliber 12.
Correct.
Exactly. You've got to get the caliber 11.
Yep.
I don't know if you've seen the limited edition. They did them in certain colors as well. They're amazing.
Yeah, there's a green, I think, as well.
There was a black one. There was a green, different.
Yeah.
I like the traditional blue, but I must say, I really. That's the way I felt. Tell me this. What do you think of Rolex?
What do I think of Rolex? I think Rolex is a really good tool watch brand that's reliable and done a whole bunch of great stuff over in history. They've been innovative. I had this conversation with a friend about a week and a half ago, and they said, at the current prices to buy one, it's a lot of money to outlay this, that, the other. I said, but if you were to outlay that money at the moment, the way that things are going, they're only getting more expensive. The train doesn't seem to even be slowing down, let alone stopping. So if you went back 10 years ago, you'd see prices for $9,000, $8,000, $5,000, and you go, wow, that's too expensive. We wish we had those prices now. So if you jump on the train now, in the next 10 years, I mean, you're only going to make money on it, yeah?
Yeah, no, I tend to agree with you. Do you think Rolex used to be, the middle classes could buy a Rolex with a bit of hard work?
Yeah, not now.
Is it a grail? Like, do you think it's become the grail?
It
like,
could be, yeah.
What's your grail watch? Is like a steel sub? That is now the grail?
That could be the grail, yeah. It's not mine, but it could be the grail, yeah.
No. I understand. I just.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I totally agree with you because you have to look at the price range now of it as well, right? It's outpriced a whole bunch of people. The people that would work hard, work two jobs, they've got a family, and then they try and save that bit extra to get something nice for themselves. They're outpriced now. It's just that's reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're buying a Tudor now.
Yeah. What's your feeling on Tudor? How do you feel about Tudors?
Tudor, I think, is the Rolex's younger, funky brother. They're doing stuff that Rolex will never do because for them
As I
to
said,
do it,
it's kind of like the funky brother who smokes weed.
yeah, yeah.
He's got a motorcycle. He's got a tattoo. I'd say he's got a tattoo.
But in saying that, they're running their Black Bay into the ground as well. Yeah,
they seem to
put different.
I'll be honest with you. The problem with Tudor, the weakness I think, is that Black Bay is the only brand they want. They don't want. There's so many dog shit in the Tudor lineup. You know, the Grand Tour, that was shit. The
and
Royal,
what was that one that you had?
my God. Oh, that was actually
you
the
bought on
model
a whim, or
no, that was the Iconaut.
that's
the
the
Hydronaut. Yeah, that was kind of their answer to the Submariner. Jesus Christ, it was ugly. Well engineered.
Yeah, but it's got to be good on the eye too.
What Tudors do you like?
I had a Black Bay. I had you had the red Heritage. I had the black bezel, and that was great. It was a 79230. So it was the in-house with the thicker case. I really did enjoy that. I also had a date day in the mosaic dial not too long ago with a Jubilee bracelet on it, or the Tudor Jubilee bracelet on it. But it pressed clasp. It was like it's like the clasp for one of these, from back in the 60s and 70s that were on it. So they could have done a bit better job on the clasp. But I had one of them. It was nice. Pelagos left-hand
What do
drive,
you think?
but
What do you think? Like a Rolex Submariner or a Rolex GMT, a Batman, a Batgirl, a Pepsi. Are these middle class things, or they're really sort of
not anymore.
They're beyond that.
No, they're beyond that now. You can't get one from a in retail unless I guess you'd be waiting a long time, years. And on the secondary, you're outpriced. It's not going to happen.
Do you ever dream of getting like a Sub or a Milgauss or something like that?
An Air King. If I was going to get one, it would be the Air King that you had.
That's a great watch. That's a great watch. Beautiful.
It grew on me. I didn't like it when it first came out.
No,
it's actually it grows on
you. Tell me this: what else do you like besides Rolex? What watches do you like? You mentioned to me before this stream you love JLC.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
Well, to be honest, the Reverso, the first time I saw a decent Reverso was on one of your shows way back in the day, about 4 years ago-ish, when I started watching. And the size of it was good. It was a beautiful, it was well built, beautiful design. And I started looking into it and the heritage of it, the history, and JLC being, the watchmaker's watchmaker. So it really sort of drew me to it. And then JLC as well, with the Memovox and that as a sports.
Do you remember I had the Polaris chronograph? Do you remember when I had that? That was the blue dial chronograph.
Yes.
What did you think of that? Because they're quite soft, but I thought
they're
that was
soft,
amazing.
But it was a well-built watch. Like if you were to buy it, to keep it, to own it, and not worry about flipping it, beautiful watch. But yeah, like you're saying, resale is very soft.
Tell me this. Reverso, steel or gold? What do you prefer?
Ooh. I would like gold, but I'm going to say steel only because when you see it on that Theo and Harris strap that you've got, was it Type 1, Mark 1?
Yep.
That with the dial and the silver look from the stainless looks fantastic. But if you were going to get one and be done and that was it, you get the gold, I guess, because it was that's going to be your best piece in your collection. If you can afford to get the gold, I guess you get the gold.
Have you gone into the boutique in Sydney and seen JLCs?
No, I haven't gone in there.
Why is that?
I don't know. I have this feeling that if you walk into a boutique, you have to be ready to at least buy something. You can't just walk in, try on a bunch of watches, and walk out and for fun. Like, I don't know. To me, it just feels awkward or uncomfortable to do that. I know people that walk in and try on everything and take a bunch of photos and walk out and you know. But I don't know. To me, it's, if you're going to buy something, you're walking in to have a look because you're interested in buying it. I don't know. It's just me. I mean, I'd like to see one in the flesh and try it on and all that as well. That'd be great. But I guess I'd do that when I'm ready to go in.
Would you buy pre-owned?
Oh, pre-owned. I wouldn't get it brand new. I'd only get it pre-owned. I'd check the service history on it as well because it wouldn't be a cheap watch to service with an 80-hour power reserve. And I've seen the movement in the back. It would be a little bit costly. So you'd make sure pre-owned, box papers, serviced.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's...
Let's be honest, I'm not made of money. So
no.
Yeah.
I got to ask you, so you would like to get an 8-day power reserve reverso?
Yep.
What other
Beautiful.
goals are there? You've already got a vintage Rolex Oyster Perpetual, and you've got 2 tags. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've got a couple of tags here, the Aqua Racer and the Octavia. So,
would you? Is there Rolex in the scope there, or Rolex is too dear, or
I
when
would
do you
like
see
to
a
get
Rolex
the Reverso
coming in?
first.
Well, I suppose you've got a Rolex. Sorry, you've got a vintage Rolex. But what I mean is,
one, yeah.
when do we see a Rolex Steel Sports coming? Or they are kind of, you want to get the Reverso first? Just
I want to get the Reverso first, and then after that, I would then either look at that or I would look at something. Look, I used to be interested in the Seamaster, not so much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I preferred the older looking, like the Bond Seamaster back in the day, and then they started to get a bit, you know.
I think the bargain is that sword hand GMT they had in early 2000s. You know, the sword hand.
Yes. Yep.
Seamaster
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that I think they're because they're a bit soft actually. They didn't seem to, and I like the first coaxial. What's the 8900 movement? I think it was. The Planet Oceans, the early ones, before they went really crazy in size. Tell me this, Patek. What's your view on Patek?
If the exposure to Patek has been either through your channel or bits and pieces that I've seen in other places, I like the more traditional looking Patek Philippe's.
Yeah, I
so
don't
like
understand. So many people, Aquanaut and Nautilus, that's all they see.
Look, with what I would make for a living, if I was going to buy Steel Sports, I'd get a Rolex. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be spending the money on the others from Patek Philippe. For me, that's more. If you're going to get a Patek, it's the history, the heritage.
Yes, the traditional, very
traditional type. Yeah. So a 5196. It's a good size, traditional look, precious metals, perfect.
Precious metal on a leather strap. That's what I think is the. I've always. Look. I'm old school. You know, I'm nearly 50, but that's always been special. I've got to tell you, to be honest with you, Timely, if I wasn't doing YouTube as a business, right, if I was just a normal person, I probably wouldn't have any Pateks.
Okay. Because the running costs?
No, the running costs, they're not. The servicing cost isn't bad. No, it's just that it's so much money to have tied up.
Okay, yeah. True.
You know, like what I mean is, okay, put it this way. If I wasn't doing YouTube, right, I would probably have the Submariner, definitely, because the Submariner is just a perfect dive watch, wear everywhere. Explorer 2, schmicko. Milgauss, oh my God, you got a beautiful 3-piece Rolex collection.
Yep.
The Speedy, oh my God, it's one of the timeless chronographs.
It's iconic, yeah.
Manual wind, it's just beautiful for the weekends, you know, because it doesn't have a date. You're not fucking around with the.
Wind it up, put it on your wrist.
Then you might have the Reverso as the ultimate dress watch.
For me, that would be that.
Friends.
All good.
Look, I got to tell you what I was saying there. I was saying, look, if I was doing YouTube. So I'd have the Reverso as the ultimate. You know what? That's an amazing 5-piece collection.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 piece. Probably I wouldn't need the Milgauss. So I'd probably have 4. 2, a diver, a GMT, a chronograph, and a Reverso. That 4 would be my collection
Done.
if I wasn't doing YouTube.
Yep.
Okay.
Agreed.
The Paddocks, I'd probably get a Paddock at retirement, 65. If you got a big chunk of money, you think, oh shit, I'll just get it. I'll go, and I'd probably get a 5196, just a nice gold,
Yeah,
on a leather strap, and that would be. And that, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. That's a fantastic thing to have there. Look, for me, it's kind of tools. These are tools. I need the tools. You don't have any credibility if you don't
tools
have any
of the trade.
watches.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I get it.
You know, that's kind of how it is. But I got to be totally honest with you. I would seriously say, with the watches themselves, there, I get very disillusioned with so much flexing. People on this Instagram, that's not real people. I mean, I'm sure there's rich people there, but flexing, showing off platinum Daytonas, this and that. I can't relate to those people. It means nothing. Like a Richard Mille means nothing to me because I never even really wanted one. Completely, I don't like the design. I'm more traditional.
Yeah.
For me, I still think a steel sub is incredibly hard. It's a grail for many, many people.
Agreed.
And I kind of think this world is completely out of whack. People showing off platinum, this. I don't know if they really love this shit or they just want to show off and say how great they are.
It's part of the hobby, I guess, isn't it? You know, a lot of people, they either buy them to love them or they buy them to flash them around.
Because, I mean, it's a very narcissistic hobby, watch collecting.
It is. It is.
These
It's
are
hard
expensive.
to,
They're expensive. And they're also, it's very easy to say, my watch is better than yours. No, mine's better than yours. Okay, let's go on Chrono 24 and see.
Yeah.
It's easy to see what's more expensive. And that's the reality.
Yeah.
And look, it's been great chatting to you, Timely. Timely,
It's been
we're
fun,
great to
thank you.
see you more on the
Yeah.
ArchieLuxury live stream channel. Guys, subscribe. I'm just going to run the outro. Just bring this up there. Just hang on there. We'll run this once more for the audience. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to introduce a new service to you. ValueYourWatch.com. Proud supporters of ArchieLuxury. No seller's fees, no buyer's fees. That's right, guys. This is a trading platform to buy or sell watches. You can start selling for free. That's right. We advertise our paying for our paying subscribers on Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's a global platform. That's right, guys. Get $50 off the annual subscription by applying the coupon Archie when you check in there. But guys, you can try this for free straight away. Guys, you can start listing watches. ValueYourWatch.com. Give it a try and tell me what you guys think of that.
Feeling me, me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just
subscribe and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google Ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.